70 to 80,000 rupees for a Pixel. This one costs nearly 1,50,000 rupees. Why do we shell out the big bucks for these mini computers in our pockets? Is it because we like the way they look? Is it because they're aspirational products? The shallow depth of field you get on the cameras, really cool cameras on these devices, good video recording, good displays, multitasking with the Tensor G2 chip or the A16 Bionic chip. Why do we shell out the big bucks, Nabila? Is it really worth it?
Well, Ayush, you do have a point here, but what if I told you an iPhone with none of these features that you just mentioned here would cost you probably a house here in Delhi? You heard that right. An unopened iPhone from 2007, that's over 1.5 decades ago from today, has been auctioned off for almost $40,000. That's almost 32 lakh rupees. So the US-based LCG auctions that had put this vintage iPhone for sale said that 28 bidders had shown interest in buying this iPhone, starting the bid all the way from $2,500, which is about 2 lakh rupees, and finally closed it at $39,339, that is close to 32 lakh rupees. Also back in 2007, this was priced at around $599, which as per today's conversion rate is about 49,000 rupees, and was the same iPhone model that saw long queues. But remember, in 2007, there was no Siri, no Amaze quality camera and other enhanced features that an iPhone now has. So one does wonder, why is this ancient iPhone being sold for such an exorbitant price? Well, that's because more than a phone, this is now a collectible. After all, this was the same model that changed the definition of smartphones, that Steve Jobs himself sold this phone, and this phone was awarded the Time Invention of the Year back in 2007. But whatever, this is not the first time a vintage Apple product has fetched way more than it had originally retailed for. Last year, one of the first Apple computers from 1976 was auctioned off for close to 3 crore rupees, when its original retail price, nearly 4 decades ago, was 55,000 rupees. What's even more interesting is that the computer was still functioning perfectly fine. Well, Ayush, what do you think? Would you have paid this amount for a vintage, unopened iPhone? Would you want to consider this as a gift option, considering Diwali is around the corner and you have your colleagues always looking up to you? Well, it's my birthday also, you know what I mean?